Fat Controller had still kept Gordon on heavy goods work, while Henry had been tasked with keeping charge of the Express. He did it well, too well perhaps, as soon the importance of the occasion went flying to a smokebox.
I say, Gordon, how long has it been since you tried ice skating at the big station?
How should I know? Ever since then, it's been nothing but goods work for me, day in and day out. Everything's sort of become a blur at this point. One big, filthy blur.
It's been 35 days.
Have you been keeping count?
As it happens, I indeed have been keeping count, Gordon. The Express truly has been ascended in almost every way possible, and it's all because of me.
Well, could you shut up about it, Henry? All week it's just been nothing but Express talk from you. Have you ever wondered who's been doing your jobs whilst you're gallivanting off with the Express? It's been me. Every day I have to wake up at the crack of dawn to pull that smelly fish train.
Temper, temper, little James. Being angry about your place in the railway hierarchy won't change anything.
Railway hierarchy? I've never heard such a ridiculous thing. Murdoch, you're a sensible engine. Has Henry become the new Gordon? New Gordon?
What's that supposed to mean, James? You're nothing but a small red dust mite on wheels who can't even climb hills.
At least I don't go ice skating or shower my passengers in soot.
Enough of this!
What a surprise. Suddenly Mr. Peace and Quiet wants to speak.
As much as I hate to say it, Henry, but I do admit you are becoming more...
Becoming more...
I don't want to say cocky or hubristic, but anything less of a word wouldn't get the point across.
Oh, pa! What do you know? You're only good for goods trains anyway.
Leave it to the quiet ones to say the least thoughtful things.
Never mind them, Murdoch. Whenever the Express is concerned, those three turn into savage animals.
Do you mean they weren't savage animals to begin with?
Very good, Murdoch.
The next morning, at the big station, Gordon sat at the platform as workmen began to prepare his train. At the other end of the station, he saw the express coaches. They glistened in the sunlight as they waited for Henry.
Good morning, all. Here comes the finest express engine this side of the island.
But then there was trouble, as Henry then stopped dead in the middle of the line.
What's happened?
Henry's crew began to look him all over.
Well, if that doesn't take the biscuit, it would appear you've, broken one of your crank pins, Henry. No more express trains for you now.
Well, well, well. Finest express engine, are you? You certainly aren't doing the express any good right now, just lounging about on the tracks.
Just then, the station master walked up to see what had happened.
Oh dear. Who will be able to pull the express now?
He turned and saw Gordon, who had a wide smile on his face. Meanwhile, at Vickerstown, two high-speed diesels from the mainland slowly rumbled over to the station. Their names were Philippa and Emma. Emma's cooling system had failed, and the two had been diverted to Sodor for repairs. They slowly arrived at the platform where the station master was waiting.
Ah, so you're the two high-speed diesels. Yes, we've been expecting you.
Just then, a porter walked up to the station master.
Excuse me, sir. I've just received word from the other railway that one of their rail tours has failed. We're the nearest station for them, and we've no other choice but to let them in.
Dear me, two failed diesels in one day. The Fat Controller won't like this.
Back on the main line, Gordon was having the time of his life. He thundered through stations, rattled under bridges, and clattered past junctions.
Express coming through!
He made it to the workstation in record time.
Hello, Gordon. My word, it's been a while since we've seen you, has it? You certainly do appear to be in high spirits today.
Indeed I am, Scarlowy, indeed I am. That wretched Henry finally got a taste of his medicine this morning, and today I've finally reclaimed my place on the railway hierarchy. I am the top train.
That's good, then, I suppose.
And with that, Gordon raced away.
Was that Gordon? That was indeed Gordon. He was rambling on about some sort of railway hierarchy. A railway hierarchy? Those big mainline engines are a bit strange sometimes, aren't they? Who could say that again? Those big mainline engines are a bit strange sometimes, aren't they?
When Gordon arrived at Vickerstown, much to his surprise, the platform was already full of passengers.
We're not late, are we? No, you're not. Thank goodness, we're on time. And you're not Henry either. Why are you here and where is he? Have they given you back the express? That's a shame for the passengers. As soon as they get a first-class upgrade, they're back to boring old Blue. I should ask you the same thing about your presence. Why are you even here taking on passengers in the first place? The Duke and Duchess have been on a prolonged holiday somewhere. They loaned me to the other railway whilst they were away. That explains the sudden dour air that's been lingering around since you first popped up.
The diesel over there has failed. We can't just leave the passengers stranded here.
That's a shame. Have you found a suitable replacement for them?
We have. You're standing in his cab.
Do you hear that, Gordon? An express train and a rail tour on the same day. Wouldn't that be lovely?
Yes, indeed. But, who'll take our return train back to Natford?
Oh, don't worry, Gordon. A high-speed train arrived early today. One of the power cars has failed, but they should be able to make it back to the other.
A high-speed diesel taking my express train? I shan't have it. I won't have it. Not in a million years.
Come now, Gordon. There's no time for playing stubborn engine today. Think of all the passengers you'd be upsetting. Besides, wouldn't a rail tour make up for the recent goods train streak?
I beg your pardon, station master, but wouldn't it be better to let me pull this rail tour? I'm one of the fastest steam engines on this silly little island. Maybe even the world.
I'm sorry, Spencer, but no. You have your duties to carry out, and that is to pull the express to the mainland.
But I'm a private engine.
Not while you're on loan to the other railway, you're not. You're just as normal as Gordon over here.
Normal? Of all the ostentatious and crass things one can say to an engine of my caliber, that takes the cake. Spencer, the normal engine. This day keeps getting better and better, doesn't it? You big blue cad, you get back here at once.
Unfortunately for Spencer, Gordon was already steaming away. Meanwhile, Philippa and Emma were slowly making their way down the main line. They had to carry both their original passengers and the ones for their return trip.
Isn't this a beautiful railway, Pip? It is indeed, Emma. I just hope we're actually able to make the journey.
No.
I beg your pardon?
I mean, no. I'm not going to help some smelly high-speed diesel train all the way to the big station.
But James, they've broken down, and we're the closest train to them.
Find somebody else. What about that one diesel who makes all those growling noises?
Do you mean Bear?
Yes, him. Where's he? We hardly see him at all.
Bear is busy too.
Then what about Hank? Surely he's the one for the job.
Hank's gone off to the main.
What do you mean, gone? Like he just vanished? How do you lose a Hank?
Enough of this nonsense. Face it, James, there's no way out of this. You'll have to shunt the high-speed diesels all the way to the big station.
What? You're saying there's not even time to get me in front?
No.
Then what's the point in helping if I won't even be seen?
Now look here, James. If you do this, then maybe the Fat Controller might consider giving you a new coat of paint. Wouldn't that be lovely for helping him out?
I suppose so. But what about this goods train I'm taking? You can't expect me to shunt a high-speed train and pull my goods.
If we haven't enough time to get you in front, then why would we have enough time to find a spare engine for your goods train?
James just rolled his eyes, and he soon made his way down the main line.
Hello. I'm sorry if we've caused any delays.
Well, you have.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry to hear that. Hello back there. I'm Philippa, but you can call me Pip for short. That's Emma.
I gathered. Can we just get a move on? We're rather late.
Right away then, James.
With a great big heave, James slowly started to push the strange train down the main line. It was very hard work, and whenever they passed the station, engines and passengers alike couldn't help but have a glance at the strange sight. When the cavalcade reached the big station, James found the Fat Controller on the platform waiting for him. Well done, James. You have saved us from an awkward situation, and quite a lot of confusion.
And delay.
Yes, right. And delay.
My pleasure, sir. I expect I'll be receiving some reward for my heroic actions. Perhaps a new coat of paint?
We'll have to see. In the meantime, please take Pip and Emma to the sheds. I'm sure they'd like a long rest after such a tiring day. It was quiet that night in the sheds at first. None of the engines had seen a high-speed diesel at all.
What's it like being able to travel down the line at such fast speeds, you two?
It's absolutely marvellous. We go to many places across the mainland and beyond.
Thank you so much for helping us out today, James. It is James, isn't it?
Yes, it is. No problem.
James had been taken aback. He didn't expect the diesels to be so friendly, and soon everybody in the sheds were talking like old friends. The next morning, Gordon arrived at the big station. He was greeted by the Fat Controller. Hello, Gordon.
Hello, sir. Thank you for allowing me to pull the rail tool yesterday.
You're very welcome. Consider it an apology.
Apology? Whatever do you mean?
For my reaction to your, smokescreen at Wellsworth several weeks back. Initially, I had thought it to be you, but I've just found it was actually a steward dumping an ashtray from the buffet car of your express train.
Thank you for the generosity, sir.
Now, Gordon, while you were busy with the rail tour yesterday, we used a high-speed train to take your return journey back here.
Yes, I've been told.
Unfortunately, both diesels have now failed. I'd like you to take their passengers back home today. The Fat Controller paused impressively. Show them how we do things here on the Northwestern Railway, eh?
I certainly will, sir.
Well, Gordon, I think we can safely say you have indeed regained your spot on that railway hierarchy.
Indeed I have, driver. Indeed I have.
Soon, Gordon raced past Donald, who was taking Pip and Emma to the works to be repaired. Pip and Emma watched, flabbergasted, as Gordon thundered away.
Express coming through!
Oh, that Gordon may be a high-speed engine, but it's me who's pulling the high-speed train.